Hello and welcome back to another Slave Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and today we're going to be playing the Defect. Using that cute little robot to murder a bunch of people. Upgrade card, 7max HP. 7max HP for 250 gold, or boss relic swap. Usually we're going to do boss relic swaps on Defect, but 7max HP for 250 gold is not bad, particularly if we are forced into an early shop. There's an optional early shop here. It's on a 1 elite path, so I wouldn't say we're forced to do that. Indeed, I would say we are highly discouraged from doing that. Wow, max elites in this act is 2, unfortunately. That's disappointing. Man. This is a tough act. Alright, so I think we're going to do this path to start with, because we want to get 3 fights before our first elite. And then we want to hit these question marks, presumably. We might actually skip these question marks to get the extra... Or we might actually skip this fire to get these extra question marks. Since we're only doing 2 elites in Act 1, we kind of want question marks because some of the question marks are basically elites, right? Like the 3 mushrooms and like scrap ooze and shining light are basically elites in disguise. So I think we'll hit some question marks and try and find those. Yeah, no reason to take gold here, so I'm going to do a swap. Get a Philostone, okay. Philostone's good, but it makes me take 8 damage this turn. Strike versus dual cast. Good strike. Okay. Aha! I was right. Pick dual cast. Gave me a lethal. Sweet. Rip and tear on floor 1. Like that. These other things don't really seem very pickable. Not attacks. Static Discharge is a very strange card. Only pickable in particular circumstances. Recursion similarly. Recursion's pretty much... Are you like a big Dark Orb deck? Or like maybe if you have Plasma you can pick Recursion? Maybe if it said Recursion Plus and you have All for 1. But that's definitely not the situation. Rip and Tear wins by a mile. Guess we'll just go ahead and upgrade that Rip and Tear. 18 damage on 1 attack. On floor 2. It's about as good as it gets. Double defend blocks the damage. Strike hits him. Should set up lethal. And it does. Claw, Sunder, and Turbo. Boss is Slime Boss. Plenty of time to set up a Claw in that fight. But why would I pick Claw when there's a Sunder here? Claw's better in Act 4. Sunder is much better right now. Which one's better in Act 2? Definitely Sunder, right? Sunder is pretty excellent at Act 2. Kill a slaver with that, get your refund. Or Gremlin. Yeah, I think we're pretty happy to see Sunder. Okay. Aha. Oh, great. Okay. Wow. I thought we maybe were going to use a block bot there, but if it's only going to block for 3, no thank you. The energy pot's pretty low value anyway. This is lethal. Yeah, don't really care about leaving the energy pot behind. Could have been our second claw here. Maybe this was supposed to be a claw deck. Looks like Cold Snap to me. Get some Frost Orbs. Pretty strong start here, I think. And we'll go ahead and swap out the Energy Bot. Energy Bot is okay with a Sunder in the deck. Like, it's possible for us to draw a hand that's expensive enough to use that. But Flex Bot Rip and Tear is really good, and I like the Block Bot a lot against, like, Gremlin Up, so... Let's keep that. First hard pool fight. Hey, Bendy Bad One. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate the support. Thanks for baking with me for 3 months. That's awesome. This is a block pot, right? Defend block pot. Cold snap blocks out. Yeah, it feels bad to have missed the stream yesterday. I don't know what was going on. I didn't change anything from then to now, so whatever it is, it fixed itself. We could cold snap double strike. That only blocks for 2, or I guess it blocks for 4 because you have to count the cold snap. I guess, okay, what I'm saying is I'm always doing this, and then it's either double strike or defend. Double strike blocks for 2, defend blocks for 5. If we double strike block pot, he hits for 16, we block for 14, tick 2. But why? Because I can just block pot, defend, and block all the way out, and then get like a Sunder kill next turn. Oops. I shouldn't have just skipped a strike, that was pointless. Alright, guaranteed Sunder next turn. Didn't matter. Early GA, seems great. Hologram, go for the eyes, also here. Hologram's kind of pickable. We've got some really big attacks, so it'd be nice to pull those back. But I think it's GA here. Fine nose. Other things are pickable. Be nice to play GA before he wakes up, but I don't think I can skip a flex pot 6 attack turn, or rather 5 attack. Flex pot 5 attack seems pretty good. 25 damage out of this flex pot. We're failing to develop a Frost Orb, we're failing to develop a Lightning Orb, we're failing to exhaust a Sunder's Bane and play Genetic Algorithm. Quite a few little side quests we could do before we wake him up, but this turn's just too good. Good morning, Lagavulin. I don't want to skip Sunder, I also don't want to skip Genetic Algorithm, but I don't think taking 20 is correct. Is it like double defend, GA strike? If I Sunder, do I get lethal next turn? Sunder now is 24. 24 plus 6 would be the max, would be 30. We'd have to do 32 damage next turn. We'd have to do even more than this turn. Don't think that's happening. I do think I'm going to play the Sunder, though. Because otherwise we're not going to get there in time. Strike, Defend, or GA could all be reasonable. Defend saves the most health now if we think we're killing in the next 2 turns, or the next 3 turns. That's before he attacks again. GA is if we don't think we're redrawing GA and we want to proc it. And Strike is if we're worried about killing him before he attacks. I'm going to greed some health. He's at 38, he shouldn't be able to get through the cycle. Speaking of greeting health, gimme. Alright, we got our GA back, sweet. And got lethal. Okay. Self-repair looks kind of nice right now at 36, but kind of a mediocre card. Looks like we're somewhat committed to orbs. We're like very lightly committed to orbs. Cold Snap. Could pick up Chaos. I usually end up regretting it when I pick Chaos, so I don't know about that. I'm not sure what it is about Chaos, but it never seems to do what I'm hoping it does. It's nice to get Plasma Orbs. Nice to get Dark Orbs and Frost Orbs, Lightning Orbs even. Fun. Just name them all. It's a skill. We do still have a Act 1 Elite to go through. Could be Gremlin Knob. We're going to be pretty powerful by the time we get there. 2 more hallway fights and 2 fires. Doing us in that. Probably upgrading Sunder and then something else. I think we can skip a Chaos. Not super interested. Self-repair is pretty much, in my opinion, only pickable if you've got something else that says you want to play a bunch of powers, like if you have a Storm or Heat Sinks in the deck, or if you have a Mummified Hand, or a Frozen Egg, or a Birdface Urn, or a Creative AI. Lots of things that would encourage you to take a self-repair. Or if you're just low and really good at blocking. But Act 1 seems a little bit early for it. So I'm going to skip that. Okay, Big Slime. Sap Strike Dual Cast. Seems like the good cards. Hopefully get a split next turn. Is this a split? 18 plus 4 is 24. Plus 6 is 24. 51 minus 24 is 27. 27 is definitely split. Sets up pretty well for a Sunder. Okay. Get the GA side quest done. This is not blocked out. I guess I'll just use it. Keep the Frost Orb, might as well. Streamline, Ball Lightning, Beam Cell. Beam Cell, not a bad idea with a Sunder kicking around. Generally not a great card. Do like Ball Lightning quite a bit. We've kind of taken all the attacks that we really need. We're not against Hexaghost, so we're not like super under the gun here to find a ton of damage. I think a Sunder Plus and a Rip and Tear Plus is probably plenty. But I don't hate Ball Lightning for the rest of the game either. Beam Cell's pretty weak on 4 energy. Seems like we should be doing more effective things with our energy. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and snag a Ball Lightning. Alright, let's upgrade that Sunder. 8 extra damage on a Sunder Plus. It's a ton. The decision is not relevant. We're always going to store Pen Nib with a Sunder in the deck. Sweet. Got some stuff coming together here. Bonus Fire. I don't see any reason to skip it. Doesn't seem particularly good, but... So the question here is, I guess we're upgrading either Ball Lightning or Cold Snap. Which one do we play more often? Because they both get 3 extra damage. We don't care about the Wing Statue interaction, which is a breakpoint for 10 damage, because we already have Sunder Plus, so we already break Wing Statues. I guess that we should do Ball Lightning, because we have a Pen Nib, so we're going to end up landing a Pen Nib on one of these two at some point. And Ball Lightning does more total damage, so the Pen Nib would have more leverage. Why not GA? We found this GA really early, so the scaling rate doesn't really matter. By the time we get to the end of the game, it's going to be blocking for 100. So the marginal utility of an additional block is pretty low. Could do Zap or Dual Cast, but we're at 4 energy decks, so I don't think we really care about the energy too much. Although we do have a Sunder in the deck, so sometimes we're energy constrained on hands. Yeah, I think we'll just do Ball Lightning. A lot of upgraded attacks. It's Rip and Tear, Sunder, and Ball Lightning coming to get you. Not lethal. Close though, 38. These block for 10. We could weaken him, but it seems like kind of a waste of a potion. Already done the GA side quest, so let's just kill him. Took 20 turns to beat Hexaghost. Wow, that's an accomplishment. Surviving 20 turns in the Hexaghost fight is no small feat. Not sure how much you're exaggerating, but like if you're getting past turn, it's at turn 8, generally you're in trouble. I'm eyeing this doom and gloom here. Oh, kunai, yeah, I could see that. Good morning, Disc Buddy. Oh, malaise, yeah, kunai malaise, I can see that now, okay. Any doom and gloomers in the chat? I feel like we've got so much damage already. We really need doom and gloom? What did you end up doing yesterday instead of stream? I just worked on my game. I just did development. I've been doing a big art project on the game. I've been like working a lot on the art direction and like the tech art pipeline. And I like finished a big milestone where I was able to sort of go through the whole workflow from line art to like Ben-Day strip. So I sort of gave myself the day off, and I like added a new boss and a new player skill, which are like the fun things to work on. I mean, I like making art tools as well, or tools in general. But I don't know. I like all the parts of making the game, so I don't know why I even said gave myself a day off. But we could pick Doom and Gloom. So Doom and Gloom's appealing because it's AoE. Is Discord playlist list updated? Yes, it is. That's my source list now. I keep that up to date. I had it in a text file before, but having things that are important in text files is like existentially frightening because my hard drive could crash at any time. Although it's an SSD, so I don't think that's quite as true as it is for spinning disks. I don't know. Do SSDs still randomly experience failure? I mean, they must, right? Any hardware component can fail. Can you set up like a single SSD RAID where like the data's striped across it, so if like a sector fails, you can recover stuff? Sounds like mostly just a waste of time and space, but link the text file to GitHub. I mean, yeah, it's true that I could do that, but this way, not only am I saving the text file, I'm also like publishing it, so if people are wondering like how long till my playtest, they can just look it up. This I think is almost strictly better. So Doom and Gloom's nice. We've got some extra energy and it's AoE for Act 2. But like how much do we really need AoE? Because we have a Sunder Plus and a Rip and Tear Plus. Like is this really helping us like birds or something? Like what's the AoE we're worried about? Because if it's Gremlin Leader, I feel like we're not actually that worried. If it's Slavers, I think Sunder's got us kind of covered. I'm just going to skip a Doom and Gloom. I guess the Dark Orb's good too. Doom and Gloom is such a versatile card because it's like, it solves like random hallway fights and boss fights. And there's very few cards in Slay the Spire that help you solve both of those problems, right? Like Pressure Points is an excellent card for only boss fights, but a terrible card for hallway fights. And like Noxious Fumes, excellent card for boss fights, terrible card for hallway fights. But then like, you know, Hyper Beam, great card for hallway fights, terrible card for boss fights. I'm gonna skip. But if I skip, like, am I going to this fire and upgrading? Am I going to the question marks? It seems like my health is too low to go to question marks and then fight an elite, right? We're not like looking for scrap ooze here to spend health. If we go down to like 20, this could kill us. So I think we are going to the fire, and we have like nothing good to upgrade. I upgraded to Ball Lightning Plus last time. I guess we could do Cold Snap, but like really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Maybe we find something in this hallway fight to upgrade. Like Doom and Gloom's got a good upgrade. So if we take a Doom and Gloom, we've got a clear answer to what do we do here. And it's good against Slime Boss. Both halves, right? The Dark Orb and the AoE. good with pen nib. Seems like we want to do orb stuff. We've got ball lightning and cold snap. So having an extra orb is kind of nice. We don't want to rotate too fast with a dark orb, but seems like we're pretty comfortable right now. Doom Move is good, but it's not like... It's not talk to the hand, you know? It's not like an uncommon that you always take. It's like a... is this good enough? Sort of situation. Yeah, maybe we rest at this fire and then, like, get a rare card and upgrade it here. Get a Bias Cog Plus or something. What is the scariest fight in the game for this deck? Seems like we've got Slime Boss solved. Avocado is a big problem. Shelled Parasite. Nothing here is helping us solve that problem. We just like have to draw a genetic algorithm on one, basically. Alright, I'm gonna skip. Of course. Okay. Makes sense. Immediately dies to Gang of Slimes. You know what card would be good here? Two strikes does not kill anybody, because we're weak. We can set him up to die next turn. Are we done with this fight? Yeah, we've already played GA. So we want to set up Pen Nib. We did get a Bias Cog. Not at the fight that I was imagining. I guess we can just upgrade a Bias Cog here. Alright, we found our solution to what we're doing at the fire. Great. Hey, Zaren Prime. Can we afford to upgrade Bias Cog? Do we ever die? 26 is not a great number for Gremlin Nub. It seems like a likely death to Gremlin Nub. We're not quite fast enough to rush him down before turn 3. It could happen, though. We're not, like, way off. If we had a better Pen Nib setup, I think we could probably upgrade Bias Cog. But I think as is, we're probably resting. And then upgrading Bias Cog here. Took too much damage in that hallway fight. Alright. Turn 1 Bias Cog against Sentries. Seems pretty scary. I think that's a no from me. We missed the Sunder on the one of the outside too. So we want to put somebody at 32. Who wants to be at 32? That would be 11 damage to this sentry. It's inconvenient. I guess we could do 12. We're not skipping Ball Lightning, though. That's insane. It'd be 11 damage to this sentry. Also inconvenient. Well, darn. I guess we'll just start in on this one. Wait. Okay, so we're going to strike him and sunder him before he attacks again. And then it's kind of just like Rip and Tear is going to choose who our target is. So it's hard to anticipate which one of these is the right target for strike. Ball Lightning to a healthy one. 66% chance of putting one in range. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is actually 100%, right? Because we have more attacks to go with the Sunder. It's possible we get Sunder, Rip and Tear, and no other attacks the following turn, though. It's so much more efficient, though. This, like, guaranteed wastes 4 damage. I think you're right. I think we should, Ball Lightning here. And then these are both set up, so I guess we just target him. Feels really weird to spread all the damage around, but... Alright, so you're dead. Double defend, rip and tear. Doesn't care. Can we kill him before he attacks again? I mean, if we get Sunder our top deck. We do 6 now, potentially 9, so we'd go to 15. Need to find 6 damage. Not far off Pen Nib. I think it's pretty realistic that we kill him next turn. It's certainly not guaranteed. Okay, I guess it is guaranteed. Awkwardly, we're going to evoke an orb here. Perfect damage would be evoked orb and ball lightning for 10. But we don't get to choose before, right? Because we need to play all 3 cards before we find out. Why did it do that? So now I have to get lucky. Alright, whatever. I played the fight as badly as you can possibly play it and took like almost no damage. Let me take a quick break, be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Sweeping beam. The claw. This would be our third claw worth calling out. We're skipping our third claw here. Floor 14. Hey, thanks for the subscriptions, Aaron Prime. It is early enough to click claw. That is true. You know, Max 2, there was a time when I would have taken your advice much more seriously, because I was like, oh shit, Max says I should click claw. But now I know that you're an imposter, or, you know, someone else whose name is also Max. And why is your tricks? Hold on, I need to adjust the shade, it's blinding me. There's no way we're picking Recursion. I don't think we're picking Claw either. I don't see the reason. Sweeping Beam is sort of similar to Doom and Gloom. And we skipped Doom and Gloom. So, not a tremendously positive comparison for Sweeping Beam. Does a little bit less damage, costs less, helps us use our energy a little bit more. We've got such dense damage, I kind of just like don't want to add more cards to the deck, I just want to remove strikes to see these cards more, and like Bias Cog and stuff. We're just going to skip here. And can we afford to upgrade Bias Cog here? We're at 32. We're likely to be able to split Slime Boss before he hits us, so I think we can afford to upgrade Bias Cog. If not, we have Weak Pot and GA. Maybe those line up. It's really awkward to have 6 energy on turn 1. There's no way I can ever spend 6 energy. I think this fight's going to be over before the Bias Cog downside is relevant. I think we just Bias Cog, dual cast Zap, strike here. Looks like we're splitting now. Oh no, even if we don't strike, we're splitting now. Not the greatest split I've ever seen, but we're in a rush now because we got Bias Cog. Sunder does not split, unless the orb says so. Oh, I'm gonna restart the fight. I wanted to play Sunder there. I don't know why I thought I had enough energy to do those both. Sorry about that. On reflection, I think that line was probably wrong for this turn, but I'm not trying to undo that. So it's GA Sunder, and the question is, who's the Sunder target? Doesn't look like dodging Frail is particularly valuable next turn. I guess we'll go with Acid Slime to block for 2. Potentially. Alright. Oh man. I'm playing very poorly today. I should have played other cards to set up the pen nib on the Rip and Tear. But I think we're winning the fight. I need to like refocus here though a little bit. Maybe we're not winning the fight. Double Strike does 12 damage, puts him to 34. Splits at 32. So I think we'll just take a probabilistic split on him. Because that's the only way to survive the turn. Okay. We're at 5. We're down to 0 focus. Doesn't get much closer than that. Do we want to dual cast a Frost Orb or a Lightning Orb? I think a Lightning Orb is actually lethal here. So we Sunder him, Ball Lightning dual cast. Does, yeah, it's lethal. Okay. Well, let's try and play better in Act 2. Electro seems great. Meteor Strike not currently playable. I have a rule against taking speculative Meteor Strikes. Would be fun to pen a Meteor Strike, but not good here. Machine Learning seems much weaker than Electro, so let's take Electro. Pyramid seems quite nice. Let's just line up Bias Cog with Core Surge if we find one. Let's just land the GA on the correct turn. Let's just wait until Sunder is lethal. Let's just set a Pen Nib. Seems great. Fusion Hammer. We did get quite a few upgrades in Act 1. Got 4 upgrades. There's no like super important upgrades left in the deck. What happened to stream recently? I do not know. I wasn't able to stream yesterday because of technical issues. I was having trouble getting the bandwidth. I mean, at first I was uploading a YouTube video, so that was when I turned that off. I was like, oh yeah, now it's gonna work, obviously. And then it didn't, and I was like, oh okay, I guess I'm just not streaming today. But then today it just worked, so I didn't change anything. Calling Bell could obviously do some busted stuff. Calling Bell could get us like Data Disk and what else would be busted? I guess just like Incense Burner and Vajra or something. Data Disk is an uncommon? No, Data Disk is a common, isn't it? Data Disk is wild. Let me check that. Yeah, Data Disk is a common. So the uncommon would be like Mummified Hand. Mummified Hand is so silly on Defect. But we're not looking for a specific relic, so it's not like obviously super good. Whereas Pyramid is pretty obviously super good. So I think we're gonna take Pyramid. Really good with GA. Even like Bias Cog Electro is worth lining up. Collector. So our Act 2 boss. Got some money, could go to a shop. I think we're in a good position to be hunting elites. Sunder Plus, Electrodynamics, Bias Cog, seems like a great deck. GA. Looks like max is 3 here. We could either go 1, 2, and then this one for 3, or we could do 1, 2, and then one of these two for 3. Probably this one because of the fire. To get to here, we have to go through 3 fights. To get to here, we'd have to go through 3 fights. They both have 1 bonus campfire. This one has a shop. Oh, the left one has 2 bonus campfires. And the right one has an additional fight or something? No, they actually have the same number of things. They both have 2 question marks. Let's see, this one has 2 question marks, this one has 1. Yeah, it must have an extra fight in it somewhere. It's 3 fights before the first elite, and then a fight in the middle, that's the extra fight. Yeah, this stretch seems pretty rough. Elite, hard pool elite. Seems like a potential loss there. Started playing Into the Breach after I watched your stream. Loved it. Just unlocked Frozen Team. I'm glad to hear that. My the game that I'm making is more similar to Into the Breach than any other game. I'm really glad to hear that there's some audience overlap there. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time building an audience that doesn't like Into the Breach. I would stream Into the Breach, but it doesn't quite have the strategic depth that Slay the Spire has. So it's and I've 100%ed the game. It doesn't take as long to finish, as it were. Although I actually haven't unlocked all the characters. I hate mountain punching. It just feels so tedious. Yeah, I would appreciate more difficulty options for Into the Breach. So I think we're probably going left, mostly for the fire here in the middle of the first two elites, but also because there's 2 fires instead of 1. We might end up going left, though, for the shop instead of the fire. We're going to have a bunch of money by then. We could skip the first elite and do this shop, and then just do 2 elites. But then we're forced into a second shop? That's weird. It's a weird idea. Yeah, let's go left. Into the Breach does run out of stuff after 70 to 100 hours. Yeah, exactly. It's actually a very good speedrun game, huh? I didn't know that. I'm not really into speedrunning. Honestly, like, 70 to 100 hours is fine. It just doesn't... It's not... If a game... well, actually, this is an interesting... I was about to say a sentence, and I realized I learned something by constructing that sentence, so here you go, I'll share. So, part of the goal for my game is for it to be a good... good to watch on a stream, right? And there's 2 reasons for that. Number 1 reason, I'm streaming to promote the development of the game, right? So I'll need to stream the game, and I will need that to be fun, right? Both for me to play and for people to watch. Number 2, I want other people to stream the game, right? And so the primary thing that I was thinking about is important for making a game streamable is you need to have like the right sort of breadth of options. And let me explain that. So Trials of Fire came out recently. Great game, really well done, very interesting. The branching factor is way too high. At any time in Trials of Fire, there's like 25 different things you could do. In Slay the Spire, if you have an absolutely full hand, the absolute max options for your branching factor is like 15, right? Because you'd have 10 cards in hand, you have the end turn button, and 3 potions, right? So I guess it's 14. I guess you could have 5 potions, so it could be whatever. But like very rarely are A, do you have a 10-card hand? B, are all 10 cards an option? Right? And C, are the situations where you'd want to actually play a potion? And D, you never want to end your turn before you've done everything. So in reality, the branching factors for Slay the Spire, for like realistic options, is like 3. There's only like a couple of things you'd want to do at any time. And so that's really important for making a game streamable. But Roos SR just made me realize that there's another one. Another one is it has to be like a super deep game, right? It has to be like a 10,000 hour game. Because if it isn't, then the streamers are going to get bored and want to do something else. And there isn't like interesting stuff to talk about after, playing the game for 200 hours. Which is not really something I'd considered. I like intended the game to be like sort of in the like I'm satisfied with this purchase sort of level of length, right? Which is sort of what Into the Breach does, which is like you play it for 50 hours, you're like, well, I can't say that wasn't worth the money, right? That was a great value. 50 hours is a long time. But it's good feedback that it actually has to be a 1,000-hour game, at least a 10,000-hour game, ideally. Interesting stuff. All right. Frost or lightning in front? Doesn't seem like we're too likely to care. I'm gonna do frost in front just in case. I had to take a several-week hiatus because of moving, so I want to start again. Start what? Start streaming? That sounds good. I will warn you that you can't stream my game because my game's not out yet, but, I'm happy to hear that you're gonna get back into streaming. I really want to play a Pen-Nibbed Sunder next turn. The problem with that is that That kills Chosen and sets up my pen nib on 0. So do I care about that? Do I not care about that? She's also vulnerabling this turn. So if I don't draw Sunder, we're like in a bit of trouble. I look forward to being the top streamer for your game. It'd be sweet. The chief abides. So if we don't use, also awkward, if we don't use pen nib right now, we're gonna shuffle a bunch of dazes into the deck, right? Like not the line for not using pen nib is like double defend zap bias cog, right? And like double defend zap bias cog is kind of neat, but like it also shuffles 4 dazes into the deck. We might be able to kill her with lightning orbs. So if we zap and bias cog, these orbs are hitting for 16. So it goes 16, 14, 16, 14, 12, 10. Let's see, what does this need to be? So if we went all the way down to 0, it would be 16 down to 0, so the average is 8 times also 8, so do 64 damage total. So that's not enough. Pokemon randos are a lot of fun. What do you mean by that? I'm confused. What are Pokemon randos? Any games you recommend for fans of Into the Breach to play until yours comes out? If you haven't played FTL, FTL obviously made by the same developers as Into the Breach. Other games, I mean Slay the Spire obviously. Oh man, I totally skipped King Rat's thing, sorry. Work on my Pokemon randomizer. Wait, what is it? Sorry, what's a Pokemon randomizer? Play the same randomized Pokemon run and see who can get the furthest in X hours. Oh, that sounds like fun. Did I miss a follow there? I did. Thanks for the follow, Ingolid. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. So there's no way to save the pen nib, so we should just work on wrapping it back around. I'm just going to go ahead and bias cog double defend zap anyway this turn. Scratch that, single defend, take 1, use a strike. Randomizer is a mod that shuffles a ton of stuff around in the game, so it's more fresh and you have to adapt to it. That sounds fun. Uh, 33. We didn't draw any of the dazes, but we also didn't draw Sunder. So GA blocks some damage. GA leaves us with a deficit of 20. This blocks for 18. So GA dual cast defend pretty much blocks out. Change Pokemon types, moves, and evolutions. Whoa. I mean, that sounds a little bit sort of like off-putting because like you want the appearance of a Pokemon to match what they do, but that does sound like fun. I like the idea of just taking a non-roguelike RPG and turning it into a roguelike. Be like, no, there's procedural generation in this game now. We're gonna randomize stuff. Alright. I guess we don't desperately need the defend. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I haven't really figured out what the plans for next month are exactly. Obviously, defunct month will be over. Zapdos, huge splash. Yeah, exactly, right? It's like, it's a little bit strange. How likely are we to draw Sunder next turn? Less likely if we play defend. Okay, I'm just going to take the 2 damage to try and draw Sunder. You know, I considered fights in tight spaces, but then I played it and I honestly didn't really like it that much. I should probably give it another shot because I've only played it the one time. But a lot of the fights feel very samey, and I wasn't super satisfied with the cards. I also just implicitly don't like games where you have to shuffle to move, right? It's like if you don't draw a movement card, you can't move, and then there's problems. Cool head. Got one Frost Orb currently. Also, hi Bad Terrence, I see you snuck in there. How's it going? Yeah, I'd be willing to play Monster Train. Oh, Pondbarian. Yeah, I love Pondbarian. I wish there was more of that. There's only I feel like you just finished that, right? It only takes like 20 minutes to play, but yeah, Pondbarian seems like a really fun idea. What am I considering doing right now? Oh, right, Cool Head. We don't currently have a good upgrade in the deck. Like, if we just had an upgrade right now, it'd probably go to Electro. Which is fine. But I would much rather upgrade Cool Head if we have one of those. Doesn't seem like a deck that's desperate for a Cool Head, but it would like more Frost Orbs. So turning one down seems wrong. So I'm gonna take one. Aha! GA on one. Get wrecked, you silly avocado. Do we strike to get it out of hand? Or no? I think no. We've got 4 energy. We're gonna want to play that later. But then we end up wasting 2 energy this turn. The hand's gonna get full quick. Help set up Pen Nib for more reasonable targets. Sunder, Rip and Tear. Alright, I'm just gonna let it go. Rip and Tear gets through the armor. Rip and Tear, Cool Head, defend. Maybe like Rip and Tear, Cold Snap, defend, dual cast. Only blocks for 13. Be 2 attacks at this Pen Nib on 7. An old design professor of mine pitched an auto chess battler game with regular chess as the base game a while ago. It could work. Chess auto battler is a little bit strange because how do you decide like which piece moves? Right? Do they all move? What do kings do? Just wander. Maybe you just have an engine play. That's kind of fun. That's actually a really good idea. I like that a lot, having an engine do the auto battler. Because for auto battlers, I'm always really frustrated when my moves do the wrong stuff. I'm like, no! But if there's a chess engine, then it's all on you, right? The chess engine's gonna do the right thing. My favorite part of modern traditional games is AI tournaments. Oh, you mean where AIs play themselves? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do this this line. I don't love it, but I guess I could skip the defend and do a strike. Costs him a plated armor, sets up Pen Nib such that we can actually play Sunder next turn if we get it. So we could like Ball Lightning Sunder him to death next turn. We only take 3 for the privilege. That seems like a good idea. But we didn't draw Sunder. That's the issue. There it is. Just gonna block out here. Thought we'd last a little longer for something that complex. Yeah, it's... Oh, did you see Bennett Foddy's speed chess? Big teams, everyone gets a piece and can move as fast as they click. It's hilarious. Wow, that seems ridiculous. Yeah, I actually watched, like, I subscribed to a YouTube channel for a while, and they went through every single one of the DeepMind AIs. It was, like, something I'd have on in the background while I was doing something else. It was fun. So I guess we're just spending... Penib? There's a greedy part of me that's like, well, I can block out this turn with, like, Cool Head Defend. Maybe I just, like, Cool Head Defend, Ball Lightning Rip and Tear. Try and save the... Or set up the Penib a little bit better for next fight. It's pretty low risk, right? Because the Rip and Tear does so much damage, he'll be in Sunder range, right? Yeah, this does 36. Yeah, he'll definitely be in range. Okay. He's almost just dead to the Lightning Orb. Oh, he is dead to the Lightning Orb. Okay, well, whatever. Rebound says plus on it. We have a Pyramid, so we can always line up Rebound perfectly, pretty much. Not super clear what we want to rebound in the deck. That's the problem with that. Boot sequence is an answer to my burgeoning, but how do I block question. Okay. It's an anchor. Question mark first or question mark second? How does hand space affect Pyramid? You run out of it sometimes. I don't know what question you're asking specifically. Yeah, you do end up overdrawing a bit. Oh, hand clog. Yeah, it's a concern. It's not as big a concern as you might think, right? Because if you're holding 10 good cards, the problem with then, like, overdrawing, it's like, okay, you're not drawing cards, so it feels like you're wasting a resource, but you're holding on to good cards, which is better than drawing cards anyway. So it doesn't really matter that much. It can matter. Like, the time when it matters is, like, if you're really slow, you can end up getting checkmated by Taskmaster. But, like, you have to be really slow for that to happen, and you also have to be, like, kind of blind. I've seen that happen before, so I'm not going to let it happen to me. Ancient Writing says question mark first. Augmenter says question mark first. Council Ghost says question mark second. We want to lose a couple health before we go to the council. Cursed Tome says, do we take that? Yeah, we have a Sunder. And we're playing Defect. So, yep, do that. Forgotten Altar says, I guess, fight first, so that we have more information about how important the HP is, but, like, very lightly. Masked Bandits, we're gonna fight them either way, so it doesn't matter. I guess that says fight first, so that we can get an extra card and deal with the bandits. But maybe it says bandits first, because then we get the weak on the fight. Beggar says question mark first. Vagrant says question mark first. Library says question mark first. Mausoleum says doesn't matter. Nest says question mark first for sure. And Vampire says question mark first. So it sounds like question mark first. Okay, it's Library. can be like semi-infinite where you have your dead cards clog the draw, so you only get cards you play. Yeah, yeah, you're not far off for that, Tets. I think I have had situations before where like we have some sort of weird all-for-one combo and like something would draw me a card, but then you get to block it by having your hand be full, so you can prevent the deck from getting shuffled. It's lots of fun stuff. Usually this is read, right? We really want a Core Surge. Core Surge Bias Cog Pyramid is like presumably game winning. Is there anything else we really want, though? Seems like cards are not actually that good for us right now. Do we want, like, second bias cog? Glacier, I guess. Can you have rares in library? Yes, you can. Yeah, you definitely can. I was looking for a rare to see if I could find one, but... Bad Turn says Steam Barrier. Wow. I even think it doesn't respect rarity. I think it's you get an equal number of rares as their distribution in the card set. Could take a GA. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. Probably don't need card draw or claw. White noise is a little bit early. Does it use your current rare traits? Oh, I'd believe that. It's going to be fat by the time I get there, that's true. But I am a little bit worried about the immediate future. I guess I shouldn't be, right? We have Electro and Sunder and stuff. We should be fine. Do we have enough powers for Force Field? I would say no. We just have the one power. We'll probably pick up more, but currently it's just Bias Cog. Force Field is nice with Pyramid, though, because like the nightmare for Force Field is you draw it on turn 1 and can't play it, and then you have to shuffle and, you know. But if you have 4 powers, then you're always going to play Force Field for 0. It's kind of like the reverse of Boot Sequence, right? I guess we take another GA. It's, you know, it's not amazing. We could take a second Boot Sequence. It seems very silly. Turbo's not bad with Pyramid either, if we're worried about hand size. Charge Battery also costs 0. It's a block card. Oh, that's true. Electro. Good point. I mean, Pyramid GA is really good, right? Because you can always time it up with a big attack, so I'll take that. Okay. Snake Plant. Thoughts on a relic that is kind of the opposite of Bottles, ensures that you don't draw a certain card in your opening hand. I think if I were implementing that, I would probably want to like make it an exercise in contrast, so it would be like, it'd be like a broken bottle, and you'd put a card in it to put that card on the bottom of your deck. It'd be always the last card. Be super bested with Grand Finale. Hey, Boots. How's it going? This box for 15. Seems like we want all the block we can find. Pen nib's on 0, so I don't think we're waiting on wheeling around Sunder, so I think we just go with that now. Okay, I want to play attacks, but I want to end with Rip and Tear for malleable purposes. So I guess it's Cold Snap, Strike, Rip and Tear, and then play the tiny GA. Get that one procced. This looks lethal. This is the fun way of getting lethal. Just Proc GA too. Oh yeah, you should definitely try Downfall. Downfall is super fun. I've played it on stream before, but I don't like to go too heavy on mods because then people are like, "What game are you playing?" I haven't seen this before. But yeah, Downfall is really fun. I have all the Downfall characters up to like Ascension 3. I'm climbing. It's taking a long time though. You went to A20 with Automaton and Slime Boss. Wow. That's commitment. That's a lot of Downfall. Currently doing Gremlins. Were Gremlins just added? Was Gremlins in there when I played it? I'm confused by what you're saying. Currently doing Gremlins. Oh, 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Cool. Is it you play as Gremlin Leader? Another Rebound Plus. This is the second time we've been offered Rebound Plus. I don't know what the problem is, what the point of that is, but it seems like we should have found the point. We've also been offered like 6 claws, so we could have had 6 claws and 2 rebounds. No. Could pick FDL for hand clog, but no. No point. Alright, let's go right. See what we're doing. Ooh, Ancient Writing. I mean, we have 8 cards to upgrade. As much as I would like to remove a strike so that we don't see it, so it doesn't get stuck in my hand forever, upgrading 8 cards seems way too good. Alright, we've got a bunch of upgraded cards, Bias Cog, Electro, Speed Pot. Do we feel safe doing this Elite? 32? Probably. I think sometimes we die to Booker Stabbing here, but... Okay. I think we're just going to Bias Cog right off the bat. Bias Cog Cold Snap Dual Cast for block here. Yeah. I agree. Ancient Writing's super nuts on Runic Pyramid. Okay, play the whole hand, block out. Need that Electrodynamics soon, though. Treading water a little bit here. Should be fine as long as we get Electrodynamics like next turn, please. Uh-oh. We're getting it netted. Can we stop it? Nope. I think the 4 starter breakpoint has to be 4 or 5 starter cards. It depends on the situation, but yeah, I think 4 is my breakpoint usually. If we're getting 4 upgrades, I'll do it. So next turn we're definitely drawing Electro. Finally. So next turn is going to be like Electro Defend Rip and Tear or something. Yeah, I was considering Potion. So Electro is going to do... This is going to go down to 5, so it'll do 10 AoE. We're going to Ball Lightning this turn as well. So we'll have 3 Lightning Orbs up, doing 15 AoE, so it'll do 25 AoE. So we just have to do 4 damage to him to kill him. So it's like this, and then Speed Pot both of these. Yeah. Okay, 6, so he's gonna die too. Okay. Alright. So there's Electro. They take 15 at the end of the turn. Block most of the damage from Taskmaster. It looks like we got through it. A little bit sketchy though. Bottom deck Electro was no fun. Can we set up Pen Nib? Yep, if we win the fight in 2 attacks, and we can easily, so great. Shuriken, huh? All the strength scaling. Flexpot Shuriken as a reward. I've skipped a Cold Snap last for, but this one says plus on it. Recursion also says plus. Cost 0, we have Pyramid. How do we proc Shuriken? Do we need to? It seems like most of our scaling is focus scaling currently. Yeah, no dark or plasma. I think usually means no on recursion, but this is a recursion plus, so that's pretty decent. Just like recurring a frost orb is fine. Or lightning orb after electro. How many removes? We haven't removed any cards. Not a single one. How many removes in the future, is that what you're asking? I don't know. We're not hitting a shop this act, probably, unless we go here. Probably going right. We're probably resting next floor. Much to Coolhead's chagrin. Cold Snap is appealing because it blocks, does damage, and scales our damage. Which is sort of an unusual number of things for a single card to do. I think we probably don't care about the strength scaling. We do have a Rip and Tear, though. Maybe we end up picking a Barrage or something. Scaling everything. Is this the beta art? What's the original art? I think I like the original art better. Not sure why I have the beta on art for that. How much frost do you want? I don't know. I don't have like a specific orb count. I definitely want like a glacier. Yeah, a glacier would be nice. Chill also would be nice. I mean, there's no precious orbs here, right? We don't have any dark orbs or plasma orbs or anything, so like the more orbs we get, kind of just the more value we get out of our focus. I don't think there's like a limit. Alright, it says plus on it. I think we rest here. 20 health seems a little scary. Go fight another elite. Now we get to turn 1 Electro. That seems better. Have to deal with a incoming Gremlin Leader attack, though. Rip and Tear kills fat gremlins immediately. I mean, we're playing all the cards, right? I think we Rip and Tear first, and then possibly Flex Pot if we need one to kill if we need it to kill both fat gremlins. So I guess it wouldn't get both if we Flex Potted, right? We have to have Rip and Tear hit one of them. Okay. Or both. I'll take both. That works for me. Sunder kills gremlins, but we don't have anything to do this turn. And we have Electro up. So I think we just toss this under. Do we throw a Defend away? This is the big Elgo, yeah. Go keep it Defend. Okay. Ball Lightning dual cast seems like it would kill gremlins. Let's check. So it would do 16 AoE plus 6 AoE, which is 22 exactly. Can't get a Shuriken proc this turn. Still need to block for... Let's see, 21 minus 5 is 16. Could double defend. It's 2 cards, seems pretty efficient. Okay. Keeps the big GA around. Looks like it's time to just kill him. So I'll just play the GAs and Biskog Zap. I guess I care about setting up Pen Nib. So I could, like, double strike Cold Snap here. 27 damage plus 6, so it's not lethal. Yeah, let's focus on getting these attacks in while we can. Okay, 2 attacks, and then let the fight end. So 1, 2. Oh crap! Dang it! I hate it when that happens. I had the plan. Just accidentally evoked the orb. Bullseye? Fission? I don't know. Is Fission Pyramid a combo? Is that good? I'm not sure what the deal is there. It's a lot of card draw. I don't see any upgrades coming. I guess we could upgrade it here, theoretically, if we're able to survive this hallway fight. Basically perfect, right? Pretty much need 32. Definitely possible, though. Bullseye's a lot more obviously good. Vulnerable for focus. We're trying to do lightning damage focus stuff. Yeah, Coolhead would really love an upgrade. Although it's the card draw is a little bit less important with Pyramid. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have taken the Coolhead. Probably should have just taken a Cold Snap. Although I didn't know I had Shuriken at the time, so. Yeah, Bullseye's nice because it procs Shuriken. I might need to take a 0-cost attack. I guess Fission also helps proc Shuriken. I think I just skip here. I'm not, like, bowled over by the Bullseye. In long fights, the Shuriken's going to take over the scaling eventually. About Equilibrium. The value goes down quite a bit when you have Pyramid. Definitely could pick it, though. Hey, Aperiodic, what do you think about Genie in DCSS? I'm playing my first Genie now, and I just got him through Lair. He's an Orc now. Feels super strong. It's like I think it's really interesting to like have a yeah. You should check it out. It's really interesting because like most casters, they like carefully curate their like currently known spells to like be able to solve all problems that they're going to encounter. But Genie just can't do that. They just get like whatever they get. But in return, they become so powerful, right? Like having such a massive pool of mana is like really strong. When I get Defect Pyramid, I want Meteor Strike all day long. We skipped a Meteor Strike in Act 1 because we couldn't play it yet. I guess we didn't skip it. We picked something else. We picked Electrodynamics, which has been huge. So not skip. Yeah, I think it's Bullseye or skip here. I think Fission's not quite up to the bar. I don't see an upgrade coming for it. And card draw is like not that necessary. I think it's probably just skip. Oddly Smooth Stone. Seems great. Our defend cards are blocking for 9 now. Thanks for the follow, Jordan Fahili. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Speaking of big defense, we have to fight these, obviously. We have 500 gold and some pretty good AoE. So let's roll the dice. Darn, I was hoping for turn 1 Sunder. Can we kill Bear here? With Flexbot, it seems like we probably can. Did we get Sunder before or after Pen Nib? Way before. I guess Pen Nib is early, but yeah, Sunder was like floor 3 or something. I think we can avoid getting hugged. 18 puts him down to 23, and the strikes hit for 9. So yeah, if we play all the strikes, that's 27. So we don't even need the flex spot. Oh no, not bear. Will I pay for this, Romeo? Kinda think that I won't. Rip and tear or wait for better shuriken timing? I think we're just trying to recharge Pen Nib here. I don't think we really care. Fight's gonna be over soon. GA procced. We need to either defend or Bioscock or dual cast to block out. We want to play 3 more attacks, so if we Bioscock, he's definitely going to die to that lightning orb. I mean, he's going to die either way. There's no way we're getting 3 attacks in. Okay. Hey, free mask. Ooh, reinforced body's super good. So this, okay, the block plan's coming together. We've got 2 genetic algorithms and a reinforced body. It's basically the plan outside of frost orbs. Extremely blessed Pandora's box. Gotta love that. Such a good feeling. Go for the eyes is not bad either. Helps avoid hand clog. Sets up shuriken procs. Great with pyramid. But reinforced body is super good here. Our max block with reinforced body would be 8 times 4 for 32 block. Pretty good. Honestly, that Jerk James, I didn't do anything to solve the tech issues. We've only dropped 81 packets, and they were all right at the beginning. But, so we've basically been completely stable today, but I didn't change a single thing, so... I don't know. It's somebody else's tech issue, I think. Not much I can do about it. Yeah, reinforced body is pretty hard to ignore. Okay. Let's start with Coolhead. Yeah, it's hard to know if I'm supposed to blame Twitch or my ISP. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't in my house. I don't think it was my ISP either. But hard to know. I think we go like Strike on Chosen, Sunder on Cultist. Or I guess we could just Sunder Chosen. Frozen and Molten Egg. It's kind of silly, like, it's fun to, like, get the whole set of a relic, right? Get all the boat relics or something. But, like, the eggs, by the time you get the last egg, it's, like, almost always useless. You're like, yay, I got all the eggs. Yeah, I want that energy refund. And then what? Bioscog Strike. I guess Bioscog Strike Defend. No, we're blocked out. We're good. J blocks out here. I think I want damage, so I'm gonna zap for it. And I could cold snap too. I guess, yeah, there's no point in waiting for cold snap for a shuriken proc. That's not going to happen this fight. We're just trying to get a pen nib back up. Which is not going to work. I'm going to kill her first. I guess we need to clear some hand room. But we need to balance that between like actually drawing an attack next turn. This is actually really complicated. How many cards do we want to play to maximize our chance of drawing? So currently we're drawing, we have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand. One of them's going away, so we're drawing 3 cards. And then we have 2 out of 6 hit. So for each card we play, we draw 1 extra card. So if we played 1 more card, we would draw 4 cards, and then 2 out of 7 would hit. That's got to be better, right? So let's play the first one. Okay. And then we would draw 5 cards, and 2 out of 8 would hit. I don't know if that's better or not, but I'm gonna do it. It was the top card. Okay. Beam Cell, Darkness, and Coolhead. These all are bad, I think. Beam Cell's pickable. We can always line it up with Sunder because of the Pyramid. It also helps us get Shuriken procs because it costs 0. Does seem like we could use use another 0-cost card remove, or 0-cost attack. It's not going to be super useful in Act 4 because of artifact charges, or in the end game, rather. We did pretty much perfect this fight, so are we taking an upgrade here? I feel like we promised Coolhead an upgrade, but now that we're here, I think I'd rather just have Reinforced Body. I feel like the card draw is not that important. Or like maybe Zap. Seems like we're just kind of spewing if we pick that. I don't know why we're picking that card. Can't wait until one day when I'm big and strong and we'll be able to play test. Aw. Does ESP design mean extrasensory perception design? You're like designing for people's voodoo? I guess like if you're an interior designer and you're dealing with like feng shui, that's kind of what you're doing. You're doing ESP design. Nice. Well, today's the day, ESP design. You're big and strong now. Let's put you on the list. For... Oops, crap. Boy, I messed up a lot of different parts of that. Oh, it's your initials, okay. Thanks, Someone25, for helping out ESP design. Yeah, I'm not picking Beam Cell. No way. We have 500 gold. Do we want to go to a shop? Seems like this upgrade isn't super important. If we're considering, like, skipping Coolhead, going to Reinforced Body. I mean, Reinforced Body's got an okay upgrade, but it's rarely a difference maker. Blocking for 10 versus blocking for 8. So the cap goes up to 40 instead of 32. It's not super impactful. Yeah, let's just go get a... Let's go shop. Feels weird to skip a fire. What if we, like... What if this is a hallway fight and we get hurt, though? I mean, that would feel bad, but... Right is Fire Elite question mark? Yeah, I know. But I want to go to the shop. So defend, zap, and then I guess defend. I said those in the wrong order, but you know, you get the gist. You saw what happened. Chances at Clockwork or Panacea? Yeah, I think we're really looking for like orange pellets. Clockwork and Panacea would also work, but orange pellets would be way better. Alright, let's get a Strength proc and Frost Orb. And we'll leave the other strike for future shurikens, or do we want to set up Pen Nib? If we set up Pen Nib and then top deck either Sunder or Rip and Tear. Yeah, let's just do that. Don't have lethal with that. You know what? I should have, like, triple defended instead, because I needed to clear out hand room. Probably doesn't matter. I'll play 2 defense just to make room. We've got several block cards, and our Frail's about to wear off. We're going to save the Pen Nib for something that kills him. Totally dominating the board here against Mystic. Should be able to get a Pen Nib set up as well. Oops, she's dead. I messed up. Alright, might as well get 5. Heat Sink seems bad. Second Rip and Tear with a Shuriken? It's an interesting idea. Oh no, your awesome run ended! Oh no. 2 total fires before the boss. Wait, that's a lot. That's plenty. I only had access to 1 this run. Or this floor. This act. Just here. I mean, I did skip 1 as well, but... Is that good? I don't really think so. I mean, it's kind of neat. If I'm going to take another strength scaling card, I think it's going to be a Barrage. If we see like Runic Capacitor Barrage, I'm pretty happy. Let's skip this. Being very picky about the cards that go in this deck. ChemX is our shop relic. Not particularly good. I guess we do have Reinforced Body. I mean, I guess we'll take it, right? 166 to make Reinforced Body block for an extra 20. It's a pretty big upgrade. We could have 2 anchors, so we've already got 1. The boot sequence anchor. Yeah, could remove a strike. Thunderstrike, that's true. That would be a strength scaling outlet. Very expensive, though. Just not a ton to do with the money here. Not very likely to be able to make Sundial do much. We do have a fairly small deck, but getting shuffles with Pyramid is a struggle. So it's probably like ChemX card remove Anchor? I mean, Anchor is never bad, right? We should pick Anchor. Yeah, okay. Is card remove ever Zap instead of Strike? It seems like physical is more important to our damage scaling plan. These strikes not only are upgraded, but also proc Shuriken, whereas Zap, like, usually doing like 3 to 8 damage. Sometimes Zap blocks, which is nice. Could remove the Cool Head. Doesn't seem super necessary. Never got his upgrade. Zap you can upgrade to 0. I mean, we could, but I guess there's not any good upgrade targets. Yeah, I think Remove Strike is pretty reasonable. I mean, worst case scenario for Remove Strike, we just take another attack later. I mean, we skipped a Rip and Tear like one floor ago, for Christ's sakes. If we're skipping Rip and Tear, Strike is definitely a bad card. Hey, Timnos. Yeah, I'm doing great. Having a good run here. Internet's cooperating, so that's nice. Yeah, I think it's a strike. Kind of sad to see it go, but not really. And then just an anchor. I don't know. Anchor is not like not incredible. It's pretty reliably useful though. Okay, and we're not buying a potion, right? These potions are fine. These potions are not great. Strength pot's okay for boss fights. I don't think I've ever removed a zap. I've definitely removed a zap. 2 slavers, a treat for me. I don't think we're rip and tearing right now. We want to save that for like a flex pop, Shuriken Brock kind of turn. We're short by 17, so we can do double defend, block for 18. Leaves us with 2 extra energy, which is awkward. I guess we could just rip and tear just for fun. We don't have infinite energy. Alright. Oh, sweet, okay. Just Red Slaver. Can we assassinate Red Slaver? Only if we get lucky with the Lightning Orb, looks like. So he's gonna vulnerable us, which is not great. Need to block for 28. That's reinforced body for 3-ish. Oh wait, yeah, ChemX, right? Do we upgrade cost cards now? Maybe. So we need a reinforced body for like 4 to full block so we can strike ball lightning reinforced body. When we draw Electrodynamics, we're going to bias cog Electro, which is going to do 8 times 3 is 24 AoE, so he's kind of already dead. So we could strike ball lightning him, and then he would also be kind of already dead. Okay. Makes me a little bit uncomfortable to have these people sort of alive, but sort of dead, but... We do also have quite a bit of just relic damage from Mercury Hourglass and Bronze Scales. Alright, I guess we have to do it the old-fashioned way. We have 39 block in hand. Part of me wants to leave this pen nib up and only do lightning orb damage from here on. Which means I should bias cog next turn with Electro and Zap. Seems potentially doable. Oh wow, we missed Electro. That's the bottom 2 cards. Okay. Fine. Our max block is 23? 25, I guess. So we're not going to be able to save that pen nib. Okay. Next best thing, let's wheel it around. Looks like 4 is best we can do. Okay. Question card. Hello World is kind of a liability with Pyramid. I think we're going to be skipping that. Tempest says X on it. We have a chemical X. Defect tends to do energy stuff. Tempest lets your energy stuff kill things. We have Electrodynamics. Seems like a lot of pick the Tempest factors are in play. We have focus scaling, didn't even mention that one. It's relevant. Sure. Explosive Pot versus these two. Explosive Pot could be useful for finishing off torch heads. It's kind of Explosive Pot versus Skill Pot here. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of what I'm getting out of this Skill Pot that's better than Explosive Pot. It's like Glacier. Yeah, we probably don't need Explosive Pot to deal with the torch heads, but we might. Depends on the draw, right? It's possible that, like, Explosive Pot and Electrodynamics are, like, barely getting there. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. Skill Pot's pretty useful, though. That's true, Skill Pot can be energy. It's actually very likely to be. There's 3 cards. 3 energy, or 4 energy cards if you count recycle. And you should, right? Alright, you convinced me. I think Skill Pot's better. Looks like an upgrade situation. Not much left to upgrade. Reinforced Body, Tempest, kinda. Cool Head. Sap and Dual Cast to get the bigger X cost things. Cold Snap is the only unupgraded attack in the deck. I guess Electrodynamics is the only unupgraded power, if that's how we're making decisions. What are we worried about from here forward? What's the big problem, like, in Act 3? Yeah, could do the small genetic algorithm. It's already grown big enough that it's blocking in meaningful ways. I don't think it super needs an upgrade. Yeah, like bricking a draw against like Sphere or something could kill us. What do we upgrade here to not die to Sphere? Sphere's an AoE fight, so Electro. Sphere attacks you for like 30 on turn 1, so we can do Boot Sequence. Hadn't considered upgrading Boot Sequence. 3 block once a fight is pretty meh. Yeah, let's do Reinforced Body. I feel like Reinforced Body does a lot of work in that fight. Okay. Alright. Our very own collector. 6 energy on turn 1. I don't want to spend any of it. None of this stuff is good. I guess I'll play a strike to get it out of my hand, but like I want to save the strikes for Shuriken procs. What a mess. Can I get like a backpack, please? We have whatchamacallit? Ancient T-set boot sequence. Hooray. Turn 1 is like universally disappointing here. Seems pretty early for Bias Cog. Definitely Electro is getting played. And then defend Coolhead. I guess Coolhead first. Take a little bit of damage or play Boot Sequence. Play Boot Sequence. I want to draw a card. I only draw blocks for 4, which is kind of a tragedy. I feel like Explosive Pot was the right pick. Explosive Pot, like, zap would solve this problem here. First, they looking to take 53, so we might be forced to Bioscog here. Bioscog definitely answers it. 13 plus 8 if we do any orbs. 13 plus 8 is only 21, we'd have to evoke both. Even then, 26 is not as high as 29. If we Bioscog now, are we like losing the fight? No, I think we're probably fine. So it's like Bioscog, double Cold Snap, Strike. Oh, good point. Well, we don't want the spikes to go off. Yeah, other lines, we could, like, zap, double Cold Snap, dual cast. So that would evoke 4 total lightning orbs for 32, which would kill both. It'd also evoke this Frost Orb. So block for 5 plus 4 should block for 9. It takes a lot of damage. It also doesn't Shuriken proc. What else we got? She's debuffing next turn, so this is a great turn to kill the Torch Heads. I feel like if we Bioscog this turn, though, like, we sort of peter out. And we have, like, a bunch of block on her debuff turn, and it's kind of awkward. If we triple strike, we can just assassinate one. I guess if we do 2 Cold Snaps, 16 AoE damage is happening, so we'd only need to do 9 damage to him. So we strike him, double Cold Snap that one. That's not too bad. And then GA. Yeah, that seems like the line. Yeah. That's how to do it. Okay. Don't panic. That's the line. Alright. I want to get a strength proc whenever I can. Can't do it here. Do we save the Sunder for Torch Heads, or do we just toss it out here? I think the problem with playing Sunder here is we don't draw a full hand. I would like to draw a full hand. It's true, Pendant is coming up. So we could, like, strike, rip, and tear. But again, no Shuriken proc in there. We could just rip and tear, like, double defend here. Clears it some hand room. Sunder with Pendib next turn. Pendib's not great next turn because we're going to be weak. I guess we could, like, flex pot, strike, rip, and tear now. Is that a good enough flex pot? Strike would do 15, rip and tear would do 60. So that's 75, should be slightly under 200. Certainly not world-changing. Might be good enough, though. Also save Sunder for Torch Head. Clears out some hand room. Yeah, I guess it's good enough. Okay. This is the most dangerous turn in the fight. The old post-debuff Fireball. Reinforced body blocks for 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 4 blocks out. She can fireball again next turn. We have some answers. Not great. Yep, there she is. Okay, so it's like GA, triple defend plus here, right? So defends block for 18, GA blocks for 12, block for 34 total. Take 6. And then she can't attack again. So she'll be either summoning or buffing. Hopefully summoning. Nope, buffing. Let's get a strength proc while she's distracted. She's right back to attacking. Okay. Let's see. If we bias cog this turn, can we lethal her next turn with Tempest? Seems unlikely. We need to redraw a Reinforced Body or get lethal next turn. One of those two. How much does Bias Cog, Double Cold Snap, Cool Head block for? I kind of just want a Cool Head right now. Yeah, if we Cool Head now, we can just draw Reinforced Body now, and that like, instantly solves the problem. Okay, we miss a little bit of damage if we're going to Bias Cog this turn, but it's only 5 damage. Okay, so now we are very likely to get Reinforced Body next turn, as long as we make some room for it. But surviving this turn is a bit of an issue. So I think we Bias Cog, Double Cold Snap, Dual Cast here. Oh, that's too much energy. I think we Bias Cog and then see what's in the skill pop. I guess Force Field's good enough. Alright, well, we're gonna have to get lethal. Tempest for 6, does that do it? We've got 4 focus. That would evoke 3 lightning orbs. Lightning orbs normally hit for 8, they hit for 12, so we'd hit for 36 there. Definitely not lethal. So we need the max block we can get, which is like Ball Lightning, Dual Cast, Double Defend. Unless physical damage is going to get us there. We'd get a Strength proc and then Rip and Tear, but we're weak, so we're going for that next turn. Can't get Pen Nib either. If we play 3 attacks this turn, we could set up next turn. Yeah, no summons. She's just fireballs and buffs. She knows how to get there. Is there any world where we survive this? Block for 9, 18, plus another 18 is 36. So we take 12, so we do survive. Wait. 9 plus 18 is 27. We don't evoke 2. I guess we'd have a Tempest to survive, maybe. So 9 plus 18 is 27, plus another 6 at the end of the turn's 33. Plus 12. 33 plus 12 is 45, so we'd take 3 damage and survive. With the Ball Lightning, Dual Cast, Double Defend line. Yeah, maybe we should just Tempest. Does Tempest survive? 27? No, it doesn't survive. Does Dual Cast Tempest survive? Blocks for 36 and dies? No. Yeah, it seems like there's no line that survives other than Ball Lightning, Dual Cast, Double Defend, so I'm gonna do that line. Could Tempest now? Yeah, actually Tempest now I think is unfortunately, it's going to get worse and worse, right? Each energy we spend on this is going to get worse than a Strike, especially next turn when we're no longer weak. So I'm just going to dump this. Now she summons. I mean, she did attack twice in a row, so this was guaranteed summon. Okay, so this turn is Triple Strike, Rip and Tear. Rip and Tear is the Pen Nib, or we could Triple Strike, wait for Sunder next turn, but she's summoning, so I think this is lethal, so... Actually, wait. Do we ever... So we have Electro up, so our damage is completely predictable. So it's 18 this turn plus 15 next turn, so 33 total. We should have to do 40 damage. So we have it. We should just do whatever we need to set up Pen Nib. So we can just, like, Sunder, Strike, Strike. Okay. Well, it was a little bit sketchy. Got through it. Hyper Beam's just too late for Act 2. Amplify on my bias cog? Could do. Does Reboot ever save us when we're in like a pyramid checkmate? Probably not. All for One has 0 targets. Yep. Boot Sequence can't ever leave hand, so 0 targets. So it's kind of just Hyper Beam or Skip here. I don't think we don't have Amplify targets, Reboot's terrible, no All for One targets. So yeah, Hyper Beam or Skip. Yeah, we were supposed to be a Claw deck. Good point, Wildwar. We saw 5 Claws and All for One, 2 Rebound pluses. No Thunderstrike. I'm really just missing Core Surge. I mean, Thunderstrike would be okay, but... Sorry, my wife just burned the absolute shit out of a piece of toast. 2 times. I was wondering what smelled. It's like, jeez. Yeah, Rainbow would be fine. Echo Form, always game winning. Creative Eye would be okay. It's kind of slow and bad against Awaken 1. Yeah, we really just wanted a Core Search here. Oh well. Suzu, Tiny House, Kursky. I do kind of like energy here. I mean, Kursky does actually force a curse, right? Because we haven't taken the blue key. But our blue key options so far have been Pen Nib and oddly Smooth Stone, so no regrets there. Maybe this is Tiny House. Suzu, it seems like, locks us out of some really important resources. I'm not sure we need an energy so bad we're willing to take a curse for it. Especially since we're forced to do green key in Act 3 as well. We might not be able to go to a shop after the halfway point. So Kursky seems kind of dangerous. Suzu seems bad. I think we're picking Tiny House. Energy could be an out with Recycle, Multicast, Plasma Shenanigans. Yeah. I don't think we're really, like, looking for outs. I think we're in a pretty solid position. I think this deck is in a pretty decent spot. Basically, we just need, like, some artifact shenanigans. We need to make Bioscog better and, like, block the Hearts vulnerable. Those are, like, the biggest problems we have still. Kind of a bummer to not get Apparitions. I was hoping for Apparitions this act. Although I think we only went to like 3 question marks, so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiny House can give us... It can't give us a rare, which is like the most obnoxious thing about Tiny House. We have 0% rare chance. So we can't hope for Core Surge. Are there any regular cards that would help us? What's up, Vina? So, okay, so Tiny House gives you a normal card reward, and for normal card rewards, the deal is you have a chance that's based on the last time you saw a rare card, but you just fought a boss, so you just saw 3 rare cards. So, wait, what? Oh, we have question cards, so technically it is possible to get a rare. We can remove what we get from the keys. Can we? I mean, maybe. Maybe not. So, yeah, so card rewards make future card rewards better, but it resets at the end of every act. So Tiny House is in exactly the wrong spot, right? So after you see the boss, your rare chance resets back down to negative 2% and climbs by 1 per card that you see. But it's in a spot where it can't see a rare card, and then also you're about to reset, so... It's really actually one of the biggest problems with Tiny House. Tiny House is like quite a bit better as a boss relic swap than it is as a boss relic to pick. It's still bad as a boss relic swap, but it's not nearly as bad as a swap because it boosts your rare chance for the whole act when it's on floor 0 after you've already reset your rare chance. We could go for the eyes. Go for the eyes would be pretty good. It does give us an upgrade, but we don't really have any good upgrade targets. I think it's probably just Curse Key, but Curse Key makes me sad, because then we might end up getting, like, there's some pretty bad curses with Runic Pyramid, right? Like, if we get, like, Regret, it never discards at the end of the turn, so you just lose 1 health whenever you play a card forever. As soon as you draw it. So there's some pretty disastrous outcomes. Same thing with Normality. I mean, we don't really play more than 3 cards a turn anyway, but being forced to play 3 or less cards every turn forever would be pretty bad. So Kurski could definitely lose us the round. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tiny House. I think we're in a reasonable spot, and so these are too bad. Sure. There's Chill. Okay. All right. Chill's good. More Frost Orbs. Stack Plus with Pyramid's not bad. Get to play it at exactly the right moment. What does it block for in that moment? It blocks for 3 plus if the entire deck's in the discard other than 5 cards. It would block for 19, so block for 22. That's right. Have that zero energy turn 1 with our ancient tea set that was our first relic that we've been building around it the whole time. I mostly just ignore ancient tea set, but yeah, I don't know. Chill's good, but so is Stack. We actually have like quite a few sources of Frost Orbs, a Cool Head, and 2 Cold Snaps. I think Stack works really well with what we're doing. Stack is like, it's genetic algorithm at home, right? It's not as good as genetic algorithm, but like, it also doesn't exhaust, so. That's right, just building towards the ice cream. Yeah, please, ice cream would be so incredible here. I'm gonna take a Stack. Chill and hope for Blizzard. Yikes. You and I have very different evaluations of Blizzard. 1 of 1 million Royce. We don't have that much Frost. Okay, we're forced to do Green Key, so we have to go here, which actually locks us into an extremely long path. So yeah, we would not have had an option to remove the curse. We would have been carrying this curse through the Mega Elite and then through the Act 3 bosses. So we're forced to go here, specifically. but I'm going to take a quick break. Be right back. Also like stack with some of the status fights like transient. Interesting. I don't know exactly what you mean. It's I think maybe what you're saying is like stack is good because like we need to have like a block plan for every turn, right? So for one of those turns, reinforce body. For another one of the turn, or for another two of the turns, GA, right? And then like stack is sort of fitting into that plan. And like transient, kind of like there are exactly 5 turns, and you need to solve all of them. Sort of works like that. Do we use an attack bot to get a strength here? No, definitely not. This fight's not that dangerous. This is the big GA. We can block with boot sequence defend and get a strength proc. Seems good. Cold snap or rip and tear. Let's do cold snap. All right, chloroform wants me to do the relic tier list. Okay, so what that is I started doing the relic tier list, and then I realized it was a bunch of work, and then I was like, alright, well, I'll still do it if people force me to do it, so chloroform is forcing me to do it. Made it an option. Can't really set up Pendib for the next fight, it looks like. I guess we have to play both genetic algorithms, so we're probably not ending this turn anyway. Okay. He's actually dead at the beginning of the turn, unfortunately. Oh, someone 25 also wants to force me to do the thing. Okay. So when this inevitably happens, I think I'm going to make a whole stream out of it. I keep clicking the Discord instead of OBS, and then I can't see what's going on. Our third rebound plus of the run is being offered to us. I don't know what we were supposed to be rebounding, but it was something. Heat sinks plus seems quite bad. Self-repair seems kind of okay. It's not like we're going to get any fires this act. I guess we... No, there's 3 fires. What am I talking about? There's lots of fires. Okay. Never mind. Toast fires. Alright, this fight is very solvable by Electrodynamics, so let's have Electrodynamics take a look at that. Didn't we get offered 4 to 5 claws in Act 1 2? Yes, we did. we got offered many claws. I guess that's probably what we were supposed to be rebounding, yeah. We could play Boot Sequence Rip and Tear. I do want to get the Pendib set up in this fight. But I don't want to play Rip and Tear without at least 21 block. So I guess 21 would mean if it hits 2 spikers, I still survive. Yeah, alright. Rip and Tear is a liability in the fight, so I might as well get it out while I can. Alright. So we're overblocking by like 10, so I'll just strike a spiker here. This repulsor is already dead. But I could punch him just to get a pen nib proc. I guess I will. Gotta play one more attack. Then we can just wait for the fight to end. That's a big attack. Bias Cog Tempest, I assume ends the fight? Yeah, it definitely does. Okay. Consume second chance at fission? But why? What does it do? Seems like it does nothing. We do have lots of chance to upgrade at this act. We've got the 3 fires coming up. No, I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is with this deck, but it seems like we're just not really like progressing. I don't know. I see a bunch of cards and I don't want to pick any of them, and this has been the situation since like Act 1. So it's just like we have a small deck, but not because we're like doing anything interesting with it. We're just like refusing to pick cards. But I guess I'm going to continue refusing because these aren't good. Consume's kind of good? No. Alright. Explosive Pot versus some of these. If we're worried about Reptomancer, Explosive Pot can be kind of nice, but Distilled Chaos also pretty nice. Hold on a second. Coconut was on the porch, but then the porch got too loud. I had to close the door, so I had to bring Coconut inside, and now here's Coconut. I don't remember what I'm supposed to be considering here. Oh yeah, it's like Explosive Pot versus Distilled Chaos. I think Distilled Chaos is the pick, right? No porch for kitties. No way. It's too loud out there. I could have just shut her outside. She'd probably be okay, but eventually she would decide that she was not okay, so... Alright, you want to go to our heat pad? There we go. Yeah, Distilled Chaos is usually great. My nightmare is like, it's turn 2 against Reptomancer. I'm getting hit for 100. I need Electrodynamics. I play Distilled Chaos, and it does like... it's like... stack plus Sunder on Reptomancer, and like Cold Snap. And I'm like, oh no, now I lose. When I could have just Explosive Potted people. But, like, it's probably better than Explosive Pot. Okay. Extra question mark or extra fight? Falling's great. Mind Bloom is kind of okay. We're still before floor 40, and we're probably not interested in normalities. So we just fight for a rare relic. Sphere's good. Sensory Stone is... it's probably good. Gets us some Zero-Cost stuff, gives us a shot on goal at a Panacea. Tomb Lord Red Mask is obviously excellent. We have the Red Mask. And Winding Halls is bad, but not that bad. Okay, yeah, let's do question mark. Sweet. Alright. So apparently we're only going to 2 shops in this run, but we're hitting both of them with like 700 gold. So get ready for that, shopkeeper. Let's cool head first, see if we can find a better attack to hit than strike. We can't. Boy, this deck's turn 1s have been so underwhelming. It's just really pathetic. But we've got a block plan, so whatever, I guess. We clearly need it. Blocks for 23, that's not quite enough. I guess we'll just give him the big one. And then what else? Could put like boot sequence Sunder. It's not bad. Blocks 1 draw. Sure. Sunder making that always inelegant transition from super effective damage 1, or Act 1 damage card, to like effective Act 2 problem solver to like totally useless in Act 3. The old swan dive of Sunder usefulness. Cold Snap, defend, kinda blocks. Yeah, right. Well, actually, we woke up Lagavulin with Rip and Tear and a Flex Pod, but yeah. It was, you know. Sunder was there. Participated. Gets a trophy. I wish I had 3 attacks in hand. Then I could, like, GA, play 3 attacks. I guess I'll just, like, GA and clear up some nonsense. Defend. We've got a stack and reinforced body for next turn. Or Bioscog. Yeah, defend is bad. Still better than Bludgeon. Oh man, I love Bludgeon. Bludgeon's great. I mean, you know, in my heart. Okay, so stack needs to go this turn. Blocks for 9. Could probably get it up to like 10 or 11 maybe. So if this is blocking for 11, and these block for 4, we're blocking for 15. We need to make up 18 difference. That sounds like reinforced body for 3. So we can play 2 energy worth of stuff, then stack for 1, reinforced body for 1, that turns into 3. I guess that's just Electro then. I'd like to get Electro down, be nice. Let's get a Strength proc and then use it on Rip and Tear. Feels like we should be closing in on the end of the fight, but he's actually at half health. Not even close. Need a reinforced body for 4, so we need 2 energy for it. So, like... Do we just have lethal with, like, Bioscog, Tempest? Bioscog would make these hit for 13. Tempest would get 5 procs. So we would evoke 5 orbs, because they're all lightning orbs. 13 times 5 is nowhere near 133. It is fairly close to halfway, but we still have to block for this 40 before we can consider 2-turning him. So we just do, like, Bioscog Cold Snap Reinforced Body or something. Sets up Pendant for next fight. Okay, so sit for 12, Tempest for 6 would evoke 5. 5 times 12 is 60, plus 7 times 3 is 21. Not quite enough, off by a little bit. And we have to win this turn. So we need to, like, sunder here. If we sunder, then tempest. This tempest evokes 2 orbs, and has 3 at the end of the turn. So these both hit for 12, that's 24. 24 plus 68 is 94. Yeah, that's lethal. Okay. Alright. There's a glacier. It's kind of expensive. 2 frost orbs is pretty nice, though. But is it nice? I feel like 2 frost orbs is just like 2 cold snaps, but not on an attack. Like it's very card dense, but card density hasn't really been the problem because we have a pyramid. There's no way I can convince myself to skip a glacier, though. That's insane. There is a barrage. We talked about that as well. I was imagining it with like a capacitor or something. To, you know, do some damage. Doing 4 times 3 is not really super impressive for Act 3. Yeah, I agree with both of those feelings, right? Like, if you're on floor 0 and you know you're playing Defect, and you're asked to pick, like, Glacier versus Barrage, you pick Glacier every time, right? Glacier's way better. It's, like, a really good card. But, like, if you think about what makes Glacier a good card, it's mainly just you spend 2, you get 2 Frost Orbs, right? And in this deck, with this Pyramid and this Shuriken, I would much rather play 2 Cold Snaps, right? Because that's 2/3 of the way to a Shuriken proc, which is, like, really important. Whereas Glacier doesn't proc Shuriken at all. And it, like, clogs up my hand. But, I mean, we probably want to find some energy stuff. So Glacier and then get energy stuff is nice, but we're kind of running out of time to, like, change the deck. We're on floor 38, and we're not going to see a shop until 53, so... Unless this is a shop. Please be a shop. 6% chance of a shop. Alright, let's take Glacier. There's no way it's, like, wrong, but it doesn't seem amazing. Regret is terrible for Pyramid, and we don't really need the money that much, because we're having trouble with money liquidity anyway. So let's just take the small money instead. Forced to go left here to win the game. Alright, first Act 3 elite is Nemesis. Let's start with a Cool Hit. And, I guess Boot Sequence Zap. Save the 2 attacks for when we can get a Shuriken proc out of them. Or we could just do him now while he's vulnerable. Wastes a Frost Orb, though. Just wait. He really likes that triple attack this fight. That's fine with me. Double Defend Electro should do it. Blocks for 5 plus 18. Yeah, we take 1. Okay, now we get the Strength proc. And I guess we'll just get a Rip and Tear while it's here. 20 damage. You miss Act 1, Boss, and Act 2. So what became of the identity of the deck? Honestly, I still don't know. Like, we're here in Act 3, but we kind of just, like, have some good stuff. It's kind of like an Apparition deck that doesn't have Apparitions. It's like, we've got 2 GAs and a Reinforced Body and a stack that are kind of our, like, big Apparition turns. And then we're filling in the gaps with, like, Shuriken procs. Definitely not the strongest deck I've ever played. GA blocks out. Glacier also blocks. Let's see, 5 plus 8, 13 plus 4, so 17. We should play stack this turn, because we're going to shuffle soon. I guess we're probably not shuffling next turn, so maybe stack is still good next turn. So we blocked out. Do we just play a strike to get it out of hand, or no? Yeah. I just want to draw more cards. Strikes are bad. We do have kind of neat moments where we're like suddenly killing people with Bias Cog Tempest, which is fun. Yeah, maybe I should have held that strike, because then I could have triple attacked here for a proc. I think I'm just going to Cold Snap Sunder. Just set him up for a lethal next time he's vulnerable. Okay, it's the big attack. I think we just play both GAs. we need to get those played before we're out of time. We are going to get lethal next turn with the Cog Tempest, right? So that'll put us up to 5 focus. So these will do 8 when they're retained and 13 when they're evoked. Yeah. So 13 times 3, 8 times 3. 13 plus 8 is 21, so 61. Yeah, it's lethal. We'll be a little bit short of a pendant proc, but not much we can do about that now. Can we sub out 1 for a Rip and Tear? Yeah, we can. Rip and Tear is 20 damage, so that's more than 1 energy. So we actually do get a pendant proc as well. Okay. Yeah, we do need something for the heart fight, but I think you're right. Tungsten Rod would do it. Got a lot of options. I just haven't found anything I'm super happy with in a while. Another rebound. This one's not upgraded, though. All of the other rebounds were rebound pluses. We've seen, like, 4 rebounds now. I don't think Auto Shields is good. We have Frost Orbs. Although we don't have a loop, so we could take an Auto Shields. It's kind of like a GA at home. Seems like the deck's pretty good at blocking. I don't think we really need to take Auto Shields. I think we're skipping here. Dex Pot's pretty nice. But our next big fight is the Mega Elite. I think I'd rather have Distilled Chaos for Reptomancer emergencies than Dexpot. No major upgrades available. Zap and Dualcast would both be quite nice. I think Dualcast upgrade actually makes a lot of sense. We're quite energy constrained anymore. This deck really wanted to be a 5 energy deck. I just wasn't willing to risk the Sozu or the key. Probably should have done the key. Or actually, probably just should have done the Sozu. No. I'm actually, upon reflection, I think I'm happy with the tiny house. Having so much money and going to a shop is like, there's going to be a fairy there, right? And I'm going to want to buy it, and then Sozu would make me sad. Maybe we just rest here? Rest, recall, upgrade. We get full value out of it. Oh, that's not quite true. Alright, I'll recall here and then rest later when we get full value out of it. Bit of an early recall, but not tremendously so. Okay, Spire Growth. Just Zap. The best turn 1 in the books. GA should get played. So we're underblocking by 7. So I'll do this and Electro. Try and wait for a better pendant target. That's a good one. If we Sunder, boot sequence, defend, we block for 20, he hits for 31. Yeah, so I guess we can't do that. We could just block this turn, just like Glacier. I mean, he always attacks, right? Unless he's constricting, so it's not like we're gonna go turn off to play it Sunder later. I guess if we like Glacier, if we Bioscog Glacier this turn, maybe we can get a turn off. Yeah, let's try that. Currently blocking for 15-22, so we need a little bit more. So then we like Sunder GI. Seems like we got our turn off. And now we need to kill him. Ball Lightning, double Cold Snap, or I guess double Cold Snap, Ball Lightning. Blocks for 16 plus 10 is 26. So we need a block for the 12, which we can do fairly conveniently. Okay. Or we could just take lethal with Tempest. Yeah, let's do Strike to set up Pendeb and then just Tempest him down. Or, you know. Or we could just not play Tempest, we didn't even need that. Okay. Go for the Eyes seems like a big pickup. Go for the Eyes activates Shuriken, blocks damage. We're very sensitive to block scaling, and Go for the Eyes is block scaling, so pretty happy to see that. Mostly for the Shuriken situation. It's been really difficult to get three attacks in on a turn. Smiling Mask seems pretty terrible. Good thing we have to skip it. So now we're pretty excited to upgrade Go for the Eyes. Getting 2 weak is a big deal. Especially against the Heart, ironically. You would think he doesn't have any eyes, but turns out he does. Okay. And then maybe rest the next one. Uh-oh, Triple Jaw Worm. Heads up. Turn 1 Electro is super nice. Should probably use a potion here, but mostly because this fight's dangerous, but also because we have 30% potion chance. I guess we're fairly happy if we don't use a potion. Block deficit of 8. So I guess I'll just play the boot sequence and spend some energy on Rip and Tear. Might as well dual cast while we're here. We're gonna end up reinforced bodying for 2, which is 0 energy. Let's go here first. Alright. Bioscog Zap should be enough to get us through the fight. Cold Snap that would do 5 extra damage, but would cost us Future Lightning Orbs. I think that's fine. Yeah, the future is now, so let's go for it. Looks like we're running out of time to play GAs. In fact, the fight is over, and I've missed one. Kind of misplayed that, it's a little sloppy, but happy to walk away with all my health. Fusion seems huge. Be really nice to have some extra energy. Fusion does that. A little bit awkward to like have a plasma orb in the bar and want to evoke it before we'd play Tempest. But maybe with the Fusion Plus we'll upgrade the dual cast. So that would give us, let's see, 5 energy at the start of the turn. Dual cast would go up to 9. Tempest for 9 is pretty significant amount of damage. Anything else worth considering here? White noise. White noise could, like, if we're really behind, we could take a white noise and try to get, like, echo form to just, like, randomly win fights that are otherwise unwinnable, but yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's why I said the fight was sloppy. I lost 4 HP, didn't get a good pen nip setup. Just didn't really plan the fight out very well. Just buy ice cream. Yeah, that'd be nice. Speed pot versus these, I think it's these potions. Well, we can rest and get almost full value out of that, or we can upgrade the dual cast like I was just talking about. Seems like a pretty nice dual cast upgrade. We still can rest after the elite. I'm into it. Let's do it. Now we just need to find a double energy. Go up to 18. I think we're saving the 2 attacks until we have a 3 attack turn. Alright, another person asking for the relic tier list. That's the 4th person. So just need 6 more. Yeah, I kind of don't want to attack him, because then I might have to change his intention if he's cursing. So I think I just play Boot Sequence to block for 2. I guess I'll play Defend, since Boot Sequence costs 0 for later. He's hitting for 39, but I don't really care. I guess I'll just take the strength proc. Oh no, if I take the strength proc, then I'm using my last attack to change his intention. Is the relic list going to be a YouTube video or what? I'm going to do it on stream. It'll be a YouTube video too. I mean, this is also a YouTube video, so, you know, everything is everything. Yeah, actually, I'm excited. The review of the Silent Month is going up on YouTube, like, tomorrow or something. Thanks for the points, Moonbar Karaza. So I want to play Fusion this turn. And I want to hold Bias Cog. And I would like to get a Strength proc, but I think I can't. So I think it's like Fusion Glacier GA or something. Yeah, let's do that. Current box for 12. Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. Okay. Let's see, go for those while he's attacking. And then, oops. If we Ball Lightning, we evoke the Plasma Orb. Maybe should have done those in the other order. Oh, thanks for the points, Real Pew Pew. I guess I can just double strike and not do the Ball Lightning. Okay. They are hitting for 21. All for supporting more guide-type content. Yeah. I enjoy, like, making and thinking about guides, but it's a lot of work, and I would prefer to be doing work on the video game. How many redemptions allowed? Totally unrelated. How many more needed to get to 10? So after Bendy Padawan, 3. I should actually pull up the thing really quick so that when we hit that, I can turn it off. Okay, I have the thing up. So just double defend blocks out. That seems fine. Okay, so we've drawn the dual cast. We just need the Tempest now. GA, I might just play this stack to get it out of the way. And the boot sequence. I just need to draw cards now. Okay, so we can just block this turn with Reinforced Body. But that only draws us one card, so I have a 25% chance of drawing the thing next turn. I guess a 50% chance because we have Cool Head too, so we can just like dual cast Cool Head and then do the thing. I don't know why I'm so insistent that this has to be the way I'm killing him, but I want to try it. I haven't done the thing yet. Alright, so we'll get a bunch of energy, and then we'll fail to draw Tempest. Oh, we did it. Okay. So then we Bias Cog and Tempest for 9. And it's still not lethal. Okay. Well, that's fine. Overclock seems terrible. Beam Cell is kind of useful, in that it's a 0-cost attack. Barrage would help us pay off the Shuriken, and Hologram is good for the claws we never picked. Can get back Fusion, I guess. Fusion or go for the eyes. Reinforced Body. This is a fair number of targets for this this Hologram. Dual cast. I'm feeling that Tungsten plus Calipers would be GG. Yeah. I mean, you know, lots of stuff would be GG, but we'll just see what we actually do get. Is Essence of Darkness better than these? Essence of Darkness is, like, for sure a boss killer. I'm not sure which Act 3 boss we're thinking is going to be the hardest. It seems like we're fairly well-rounded. Essence of Darkness is hard to skip, though. Maybe Distillcast is better than Attack Pot. Attack Pot on Defect is so good, because you can just get a Meteor Strike out of nowhere. If I discard this Attack Pot, I literally got, like, almost nothing from this tiny house. It like, upgraded a GA for no reason, raised my max HP, and gave me a nothing card reward. And this Attack Pot. It's all we're holding on to. Alright. Sorry, tiny house. Giant Head could be problematic. We do not play that many cards a turn. And we don't scale that hard, so maybe we just Essence of Darkness right now. This deck needs a multicast. If we get a multicast, that would be game winning. We're about to fight an elite, so we'll probably get a rare card. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how panicked am I, and I think it's very. Okay. Double Defend blocks out. Be nice to get a Fusion Plasma Orb. Costs us one of our Dark Orbs, though. It would also be nice to do 3 attacks. So how about we just like go for the Ice Strike, Rip and Tear, Double Defend, and do Fusion later. Double Defend first for slow procs, obviously. Alright, we're gonna need a lot of those strength procs. I don't think we can play any attacks that aren't part of a Shuriken proc here. Need to block for 10. Could play Bias Cog here, just to get the Dark Orbs ticking faster. Do like Bias Cog, Cool Head Defend or something. I guess Boot Sequence by itself blocks out enough. This Distilled Chaos is probably also getting spent in the fight. Playing 3 cards gives a lot of slow procs. I think we might die in this fight. This is a really tough fight for this deck. Not seeing the path here. Do we just, like, boot sequence path? Maybe I'm giving too much credence to this Essence of Darkness. Maybe we're just supposed to, like, boot sequence Electro Fusion or something. Wait, this is a tough one. I do not like being in a position where I, like, don't know what the plan is to win a fight. I don't want to be, like, feeling my way through this. I want to, like, know what we're hoping is going to happen, then make that thing happen. Yeah. So then you're suggesting this turn's like Bias Cog boot sequence, basically? Maybe defend just to draw a card. It seems like the real plan is like get Pen Nib charged, play Distilled Chaos, and have Sunder kill him. We can get Sunder to do like maybe 150 damage. We should be able to piece things together with Sunder doing 150 and like these Dark Orbs doing. So if we Bias Cog, wait 2 turns to evoke anything, then these are going to be plus 11, plus 10, plus 9, so that's plus 30 from where they are now, so they'd all be 48. So that's 150, 150 from Sunder, and then some other stuff filtering in. Seems like maybe a plan. Alright, let's give it a shot. And are we doing defend to draw a card? Yes. Alright, first big attack. So we can GA it, obviously. And then next turn is the Make Stuff Happen turn. So this turn's like GA stack. And next turn is Potion. Try to do like 600 damage. Should I play Fusion then? We miss 10 damage off this front orb, but I don't think 10 damage is really a difference maker as much as 1 energy and a card. As long as we're dual casting one of these, I think that's fine. So maybe I Cool Head now too. No. Okay. So we want to play a bunch of stuff, have Pen Nib hit 10 on Sunder. We definitely want dual cast on a Dark Orb, so let's start with that. That doesn't get slow procs anyway. We might need to block for 46. I guess we're going to hit Reinforced Body or GA with the Distilled Chaos. Looks like these are mostly not attacks. I guess 50% attack, 50% skills. So let's do those now. Okay, 2 attacks and a GA. So block for 35. So we're not dying. Hitting Pen Nib and Sunder I don't think is going to happen, though. Oh, wait. So if we Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, that's energy neutral and 2 attacks. So yeah, we can Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, strike Sunder. In fact, we have 1 extra energy when we do that. So we could Cool Head first. Just to play an extra card. Also blocks for 5. Or we could strike. Why wouldn't we strike? Oh, we are striking. So it's strike, or Ball Lightning, Cold Snap is energy neutral. Strike sets up Pen Nib. Thunder knocks it down. Alright, we want to go in ascending damage order, which means Cold Snap first. And then strike, and then Ball Lightning, and then Thunder. It did 150 as requested, ish, you know. Problem is when those 2 150s added up, they did not add up to 520. We're not dead, but he's not dead either. Okay. Okay, so we have to block for 51. So we can, like, reinforce body for 2 at the end of the turn. That blocks for 20. These block for 14 if we evoke them both. I kind of want to play Tempest this turn. We're running out of focus. I guess Tempest is just, like, not an energy-efficient card in this fight. But it's definitely not getting any better. So if we Tempest first and then Reinforce Body, block for 34, and take 17. We could defend first and then get 1 less Lightning Orb. Draw an extra card, take 8 instead of 17. That seems right. Or we could Glacier first and take 0, but lose 2 Lightning Orbs. The Lightning Orbs are only 10 damage. So if we Glacier Tempest, this does 4 orbs. So it evokes... We evoke 2 in the turn, it's 20 damage, and then 15 at the end, so 35 damage. He's at 108. But then we're, like, out of stuff. And we have to just, like, draw lethal. Doesn't seem great. Can we block without Reinforced Body? If we do, like, Glacier, defend Cold Snap or something? I think the problem with block with orbs while you can is, like, we also need to do damage with the orbs while we can, right? But you make a good point. So, okay, so if we try to block this turn with, and not do lightning orbs, it's just like, our damage is so pathetic. It's so sad to just be Cold Snap minusing on Giant Head. Alright, I'm gonna take the damage and play this line. It's not that much damage. We need to get going. Yeah, I think this is the turn he kills us, unfortunately. We can fusion electro dual cast to dual cast the plasma orb. That's net +1 energy, but it plays a bunch of cards, which is a good start. We're gonna have to Sunder for lethal this turn, because there's no way we're blocking 56. So we've got 2 extra energy. So it's like strike, rip, and tear, Sunder. Hope that's enough. 15. I'm not going to count it. We've got no other plan, right? Yeah, it's this. Either this kills him or we die. It kills him. Okay. We made it through the fight, so I guess that's a success. We could have saved the health on the previous turn. We could have done the Glacier line. It would have been enough damage. But that was a real squeaker. Okay, that's in the rear view now. Yeah, do we need ball ending? It seems like we're really slow and need attacks. Ball ending is like a really pathetic way to speed up at this phase in the game, but maybe it's appropriate. How did we get here? Why are we so weak? What happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's like, so apparitions are supposed to like protect you while you're setting up like your plan. I just don't have a plan. There's nothing to set up. And he didn't give us a multicast. So like, I don't know. I have to like fight Act 3 bosses next fight, right? It's like, there's no way. Hologram? No, there's nothing to hologram. There's like go for the eyes. Is that the hologram? Reinforced body, I guess? Thunderstrike, anything. Yeah, just something. We need some sort of something to do while we're playing genetic algorithms. I guess aggregate. Aggregate's kind of a plan. We have seen some dark orbs, to be fair. We just like, I don't know. We have a bias cog, but we didn't have a core surge, and we didn't see any defrags. We did skip a consume, but I think that was pretty reasonable. We didn't have any, didn't see any capacitors. I think the real problem with the run is like, we went to 1 shop so far. We have like 800 gold. We went to 1 shop. It was an okay shop. We bought a ChemX, right? It's like, it's a, you know, it's like a machine with 1 cog, right? It's like, this cog is doing a thing, right? We're spinning that thing real fast, but there's nothing to do with it. We're just spinning a cog. Am I gonna like panic pick and aggregate now? Yeah, it's the cog biased, clearly. So what's the dream for aggregate? The dream for aggregate is, on that very special turn, we're going to have a plasma orb in front, we're going to have dual cast in hand, we're going to have tempest in hand, we're going to shuffle and have the whole deck in front of us. We're going to have like 20 cards in the draw pile. This is going to gain 6 energy. Get 6 energy from that. We're going to dual cast the plasma orb, so that we go up to what we were at. We start at 4, we go up to 5 because of the plasma orb. We dual cast plasma to go up to 9. Get +6 to go to 15. We use bias cog, go down to 14, and then we tempest for 16 lightning orbs and kill Time Eater. Hey, Medusa T, how's it going? Today's been a struggle. I don't know exactly where we went off the rails. I honestly think not doing an Act 2 Mega Elite was the big mistake. We could have done an Act 2 Mega Elite, but we didn't do it, and we got forced into a weird path in Act 3. And we just never found like a plan. I don't know. All right, I don't know what this does, but I think it's the way to win. It seems like rest is required for survival. Because this is gonna hurt. Okay. Excellent. The red mask does nothing. Exactly what I was hoping for. He's fallen right into my trap. Let's get some orbs down. And I don't want to play attacks unless they're part of a shuriken turn. Okay, can we block for 40? No. Cool. So, like, go for the Ice Cold Snap, both block. So it's like, go for the Ice Cold Snap, strike, boot sequence, defend. Do 0 damage. Excuse me, do 4 damage. And take a bunch. Okay. Well, this is why we rested. I think we take 7 damage to save the GA. Do we play 1 card this turn? Just defend? If we play the fusion and the defend, then we could play Sunder, Rip and Tear, Strike next turn. Only problem is we'd only be able to play 2 cards next turn. So maybe we like fusion, defend, plan on GA next turn. At least he eats time and not bread. Yeah. Well, I think he might try a sample today. I do want to get that focus down, or the fusion down. So I'm gonna play this, and we'll see what we draw for next turn. We'll do genetic algorithm and something wasted, or maybe we'll just waste 2 cards if he's not attacking. Okay, he is attacking. Great. So GA and what? Strike? Yeah, we don't need 4 strikes in hand, we just need... Or 4 attacks, we need 3 attacks. Okay, he's not attacking, so it's time to go for our big Sunder turn. Quote-unquote big. Probably played those in the wrong order. Probably meant to be a Sunder last instead of Rip and Tear. Okay, another big attack turn. So this blocks for 35 plus 14. I don't know why I didn't just say 49. It's not 3 times 7 plus 2 times, or 5 times 7 plus 2 times 7. It's just 7 times 7. We're edging towards that aggregate dual cast bias tempest turn. We could glacier this turn to put the plasma orb in front. How many cards is that? So aggregate 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So keep that much on the clock. How much damage does it do? So how many cards is Aggregate going to hit in real life? We have 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand, so if we want to shuffle this turn, we play 3 cards. Let's assume we pull that off. So play 3 cards, there's 17 cards in here. We draw one of them, there's 16 left. So Aggregate gains 4 energy. Okay, so we go from 5 to 8. Dual Cast gains us 4, we go up to 12. Bias Cog's down to 11, so we Tempest for 11. The orbs hit for 13 when they're evoked. We evoke 8 orbs. 13 times 8 is like a little over 100. Not really run-ending damage there. Or fight-ending damage. So I don't think that's the solution. I mean, maybe we can do that after we split him. Can we, like, use Tempest to split now? We only need to do 78 health damage to split. Can we save Reinforced Body here? Can we block with Stack and Glacier? This blocks for 5, plus 6 is 11, plus 4 more is 15, plus this would be 14. So that's like 29, definitely not enough. Okay, so we have to play Reinforced Body. And I don't know what the plan is. I feel like a broken record at this point. I've said I don't know what the plan is like a million times. Hey, Human Guy 67. Dude, I feel the same right now. This is painful. So I want to do like 60 damage before I do the big wombo combo Tempest thing, but unfortunately Aggregate wants to go now. And I kind of have to go now because the Plasma Orb's in front, and I can't do anything without channeling orbs. So what to do? I mean, I can dual cast now, but there's no way to spend 9 energy that isn't Tempest. Do I just do the Tempest without the Bias Cog? This deck sucks. I hate this. It's a focus scaling defect with no focus. I don't know. When we run out of genetic algorithms, we just die. There's no way around it. We're just gonna lose this fight. Sorry to be a downer. This is a loss. I don't know what we could possibly do. Okay, alright. How do we... do you go for the Hail Mary and focus? I just, like, what are we hoping for if we Bias Cog here? Because if we Bias Cog and Tempest on different turns, I just... can we lose focus? I don't know. I guess we can use Bias Cog to, like, try and block this turn. And then Tempest later, when it's worse. But it's already not good enough. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna play 6 cards this turn. One of them's genetic algorithm. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna aggregate dual cast Tempest. We're gonna skip the bias cog because we don't need that much damage to split. God. Only needing 60 damage is so upsetting. Any way to do bias cog and lightning him to half now without Tempest and then big Tempest after? I wish, yeah. That would be nice. I mean, I wish he was at 240, like, 2 turns ago, right? If he was at 240 2 turns ago, we'd have the perfect setup to, like, start the second cycle now. And I'd be pretty happy to be here. We'd, like, skip 1 lightning orb to play genetic algorithm block out. He'd be at, like, 110. And then we could finish him off with, like, a Sunder and Pen Nib or something, but, like... We did actually miss quite a bit of damage when we Pen Nibbed the Rip and Tear versus the Sunder. Not that much, though. It's, like, 18 versus 32. It's off by... So we'd have 14 extra damage if we'd done it correctly. This is just a very upsetting situation to be in. Can we block without genetic algorithm? Let's see if we can solve that problem. So yeah, we can like triple defend that blocks for 27, and then like cold snap, or just triple defend. 27 blocks for 31. We take 2. Draw some more cards, get to 16. Or get to 240. I mean, the aggregate's never going to be good, but it's whatever. Just shouldn't have added it to the deck, I guess. Could play Cold Snap, but then it evokes the Plasma. It blocks a little bit. And it doesn't give us a Shuriken proc, are the main problems with that. I want to go Shuriken proc next turn. I want to, like, Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, Strike next turn. Or ideally Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, Sunder, because we'll have the energy from the Plasma. Maybe we just wait for the relics to kill him. We'll just wait for Bronze Scales and Mercury Hourglass to go to town. Okay. Gonna block for 35. I guess this is Genetic Algorithm's time to shine. I guess I'll just GA Slime Stack. Procus Clock, block out. Not lose the Plasma Orb. The stack's kind of a waste. I could just play the aggregate. If it's not going to do anything, I might as well just get rid of it. But it's still worth, let's see, we're 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we're drawing 2 next turn. We're drawing 3, because we have to play 1 more. So we'll be down to 12 cards. It's still worth energy, but it's only like +1. Because you pay 1 for 3. No, it's +2. Okay, we'll keep it around. So the only non-orb card in the hand is stack, so I'll play stack. Non-orb, non-aggregate. Alright. Cool. So we've got a fresh clock. We still haven't split him. And there's no way to block without Frost Orbs. So we have to play Bias Cog this turn. Maybe we can pretend that we're gonna like 3-turn him. But we definitely can't. Maybe if we get Pen Nib set up, if we draw perfectly next turn, can we kill him? No, we won't have enough energy to Sunder, even if we did have Pen Nib set up. I guess we could, like, if we could play 8 attacks this turn, we could set it up, but we definitely can't play 8 attacks, right? 2, 3, 4. So we'll have to set it up over 2 turns. So we'll just have to recycle the plasma. This plasma just isn't going to be the one for Tempest. Fuck it, take 39, go for the Tempest Plate. The problem with that is, if we do 100 damage now, he goes to, like, 100, and then he heals himself back up to 240. Like, we never get there in 3 turns. Or in 2 turns, so that would be a waste. I think there might be a line for victory here. But this top card of the deck basically has to be Reinforced Body. So let's see if that's the case. Oh, it is! Okay, alright. Sure. I like that. Calling out things that then immediately happen. Can we avoid using Reinforced Body here? If we're not using that Plasma Orb that we just evoked, we might as well just dual cast one of these ones. So it'd be 10, 14, 16... yeah, kinda. Alright, so now we want to get a Shuriken proc. Max block is Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, dual cast. Let's do that. So we take like 5. Do we play like Rip and Tear or Slime to draw a card? Be nice to get Rip and Tear on a Shuriken proc turn, so I'll play this Slime. Oh wait, if we Rip and Tear now, does 24... He actually splits if we Rip and Tear now, which is great for us. So let's do that. Because the Lightning Orb splits him. I'll go ahead and play the Slime too. I think we're probably trying to play 5 cards next turn. To like set up the Fusion Wombo combo thing. Alright, there's the fusion. We need to play 4 more cards over the next 2 turns. We want to play Reinforced Body next turn so that it doesn't skip a shuffle. So I think we just set ourselves in a position where the only card we play next turn is Reinforced Body. What about Glacier? Glacier puts the Plasma in the front, which is something we need to do. We also need to redraw a dual cast at this point. Just a bit unfortunate. So I think we go with Strike Defend just to draw cards and split them. Or hit the clock next turn. So we do like Glacier Reinforced Body. Glacier Reinforced Body doesn't shuffle. But we can't shuffle. There's nothing we can do. We're going to play 2 cards and draw 2 cards, and that's exactly what's going to happen. No matter what. Unless we want to play 1 card, leave ourselves completely screwed for next turn. Can we play 2 cards that block that aren't Reinforced Body? Glacier blocks for 8 plus 5 plus 4. 13, 17, doesn't seem like enough. Reinforced Body is such overkill, though. Feels like a waste. We can just do, like, Slime Reinforced Body and hold the Glacier. Yeah, let's do that. Killing Time Eater with Mercury Hourglass. A 6-hour exercise in futility. Okay, so We can get a strength proc this turn. Double strike Sunder. Seems like a pretty good turn. He's giving us the turn off, so... unfortunately, that sets us up for like the big Tempest turn on a turn when we're getting debuffed. I guess the debuffs don't apply to focus, though. Suddenly this is not looking utterly impossible anymore. I think we've found the plan. We've chipped him down this far. Would have liked to draw a reinforced body there. Yeah, best case scenario was like we draw a reinforced body and dual cast there. Okay, do we have lethal? Aggregate is +3 energy, so we'd go up to 8. And then we would bias cog down to 7, and then we'd tempest. Tempest would evoke 5 lightning orbs, 4 of its own in this one, for 13 each. So we're talking about like 65 damage. And then we would get 2 energy back for, I believe, Cold Snap Zap would be the most damage. So we'd evoke 2 more orbs. So it ends up being 7 times 13 plus like 2 times 8 or something. Doesn't seem like enough. Okay, so we're not getting lethal. What else are we doing? Cool Hood top decking reinforced body again. That would certainly be nice. I mean, if we can do it. So is reinforced body on the top of the deck again? No, it's not this time. Okay, fair enough. So now we can't play Glacier without evoking this Plasma Orb, which is our win condition. So we just have to Cold Snap defend, take a bunch of damage. We could play 2 attacks to get a Shuriken proc. Puts him at 8 on the clock. If we top deck dual cast, we play dual cast, aggregate, bias cog, tempest for hopefully lethal. 19 plus this would be what? 10? Depends on top decking dual cast. Otherwise, we'd be better off waiting for Sunder. We need to draw cards, though. Ouch. There's dual casts. We drew the correct number of cards. Well, now we just need this to be lethal. Is it? Aggregates only 2 energy, so it's only +1. So go from 5 to 9, 10, 9. So this does 11 plasma orbs. 11 times 13 is lethal. Okay. Alright. Made it through. Any fight you can walk away from. Oh, it's not. Oh, he kills him. We died at the same time. Oh my god. He was at 3. You all saw that, right? We did kill him. He died on bronze scales. He should have died. I thought I had 1 more energy than I had. I don't know. The way I counted it was I had 10 energy after Bioscog, but I had 10 energy before Bioscog. So, all right. Well, yeah, that seems like about the right way for this run to end. With 800 gold. Hooray! Some weird pathing stuff happened. I'm really not sure where this went off the rails. I think just like We picked Runic Pyramid hoping we would find some cards to combo together, and then we just never did. We probably just found the cards we needed and skipped them. All of our rares were really bad. I don't want to super blame RNG. We did get like a Bias Cog and an Electro, so like Act 2 was pretty easy. But we got offered like 2 fissions and like no just like no like Echo Forms or Creative AIs or you know, Thunder Strikes or Core Surge, like nothing that like gave us an actual plan. Bias Cog was our only focus card, so yeah, I never know what to do with defect decks that don't ever find focus. We did pass claws. We passed lots of claws and rebound pluses. So like, I guess that was supposed to be the plan. This deck would have been sick if it had lots of claws, rebound pluses, and like GAs and reinforced bodies. Let's go. That sounds great. But we kind of whiffed it here. Yeah, I guess this should have been a claw deck. That was the mistake. We missed the claws.